Hello everyone, welcome to another episode with Fwipp. You probably haven't seen me on the main server for a few days, 3 to be exact, and here is exactly what I've been working on. This outside ring, built by Killer Quill, absolutely amazing, but this is the hexagonal new PvP arena that I've been designing for 1.3. I'm not sure which server it's going to go on, probably the main, but I'm going to walk you through it right now because I've been building this for a long time. I started out with this idea of it being 2 levels, basically on, there's this one time I played laser tag in real life, and I kind of got that idea. But, yes, it is full of these holes, and what I really like about it in particular is this little design here, where you've got 4 iron bars, and you fall through right in the middle, and then it kind of lets you off into this kind of trench warfare that you can kind of, go through, and there are tunnels everywhere, and because, it's 2 levels, there are certain areas that you can get to easier or not. Like if you have ender pearls, you can jump right through there. If you don't, you're probably going to have to watch out because there are areas all over the place where people can shoot you with bows. Here, I'll take you through something that I think is really interesting. Well, first of all, oh, they got removed for some reason. Oh, because I accidentally turned it to sand. Or it was sand, and I accidentally turned it to something else. So I'm just going to fix that really quickly. I know exactly why. I've been working with World Edit under the ground, just because it's easier that way. There's lots and lots of tunnels that you can go to, actually. And, like, you'll swim through, like, one fountain and end up, like, across the map, perhaps. And over there in the distance, you can kind of see people testing it out, actually, which is wonderful. But I'll just replace these cactus, because what I like about it is that, well, these are going to grow to 3 height anyway, but it's kind of like an optional, or not, barrier for people who have knockback swords. This here is probably something you don't want to fall down, because you kind of get into a water area where it's easy for people to kill you. Same as right here. It's not exactly a trap, but, you know, falling in lava really sucks. Just like right here, too. Soul sand to slow you down just that extra bit so people can get in the hits against you. I'm going to tour you a bit through what else we got here. Over here I kind of call it a turtle rock, just in its strange design of there's holes everywhere. I mean, if you got a team together of like 5 bowmen, you could like destroy anybody walking close to you and they couldn't even like get nearby. The fact that there's a cactus barricade through this section too is kind of iffy, and then you can fall right in the water there. There's this house with a griefed window so you can get in through the upper floor, but I'll just take you through it real quickly. Down here we've got a fountain which is going to connect to some other things that I'll show you in just a moment. Yeah, they're testing out, because funny enough, even though there's a lot of stuff here, there's also big open areas where you can just fight amongst yourselves, because PvP arenas, people do like simplicity too, but in here I have, what I'm good at is designing small things, like here, a house. There's even an enchanting table. I wouldn't recommend you stand and enchant, you'll probably get slayed completely, but this is actually meant to actually resemble a nice house. Besides the usual amenities, there is a lovely shower here, where instead of dropping water, you'll drop the ground out from under somebody and you'll fall in the sink. However, after falling in the sink, you end up down here. What's down here? Well, it connects to, like, all the other water sources, including, well, if you choose to, you could swim right up here, and can anyone guess where I'm going to come out at? Yeah, you come right out the toilet. But, you know what? That could be useful if you want to run away from somebody and come out the other end. I guess they're playing with the smite command. Anyway, if you're running around up here, I can imagine that if you're here, you really don't want to fall through one of those holes because it can really mess up your plan. However, this entire staircase is pretty broken. Anyway, these 3 towers are connected by an underground route. I'm calling the 3rd house a tower for this reason. But the real way that you get there is through over here. If you go around the back and you go up and under here, you'll actually end up in an underground pathway. And here's the secret, guys. This way, and this way. The reason I just... It's like a little reference to the fact that I'm the one designing it, because if you look at how those four are laid out, it's in the shape of an F. I'm very self-referential. Anyway, then here we have my favorite tower, and I built this with a little minimal world edit, really. Just the walls, pretty much. Oh, no. Didn't mean to break the staircase. Please forgive me, Mr. Staircase. I love you. Every block is in place, you know. There are just so many pathways and places to jump down from people and enter pearl onto structures that are tricky to get to, maybe. You know, bow and arrows, that kind of thing. And it all looks just amazing, I think, anyway, because I built it. Oh, man, I fell off the top. But if you've noticed, there's no way else to get to inside this structure besides coming up through the bottom, coming up through the water, or simply somehow getting here with, like, a pearl, maybe. Having ender pearls be more useful for that, I think, is a good idea. Let's see. I really want to take you right now into this temple that I've built, because it's awesome, around the ruins. The cool thing about the ruins, I guess, is that you can still kind of jump in and out. The walls, I'm not even sure how special that is. Right here, as kind of a joke, I have a house that looks like it's been griefed, or at least some of the more common things that I see when people griefed houses. Like, the door is standing, but there's holes. Everything's on fire, there's water coming down from the roof. People have broken the wall out, and there's just a floating glass window. That's kind of funny, though, because usually they'll break the glass, but I've seen that differently. There are so many tunnels here, but I just want to show you the interior of this particular temple, because it's something I'm just absolutely proud of. I'm going to try to double jump to get into fly mode. FPS means it's kind of hard, though. Come on now. Okay, maybe it's not going to work. Oh, there we go. Okay, so from above, I don't know if that's a familiar pattern to anyone. It definitely is to me. And if you look at the roof, it's exactly patterned there too. So what I like about this is that it's like a small little enclosed temple, but at the same time, it's just absolutely covered in windows. When I was testing that out with Junior Admin CMAC, he ran up this part here, and I mean, I built it, so I know that this ends in a dead end. But what he did was he just simply, how did he do that? He ran out somewhere here. Where would he have done that? I don't know, I thought this was totally a dead end. But he ran out somehow and then jumped back in the window and hit me with snowballs. It was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, guys, this has been my little preview of what the PvP arena is looking like so far. Just to describe exactly what and who has worked on this so far. Again, Killer Quill made the entire enclosure around here, among many other things for 1.3. He's an amazing builder. Actually, we all are, pretty much. But this has been my little pet project, because working on the main server so much, I didn't really get a chance to build things for it. Anyway, I'm very excited about this PvP arena, just because I haven't built anything for the 1.3 server yet. And this PvP arena is kind of like my touch on it, you know, guys? I don't know if you get that feeling, but, like, I love building in Minecraft, so this is, like, my chance to say, what has Fwipp been up to? This. Definitely this. Now then, these half-sphere biomes was something that Killer built himself, as well as the massive river and pretty much everything on that side. Let's see, the garden areas down here were made by my friend Unagi on either side, but my crowning achievement just has to be this whole sort of central playground type area. You've got the house, you've got the giant sandstone thing, you've got that temple, the little griefed ruins, these towers that are difficult to get to but not inaccessible, the cactus walls, the many... Oh, I don't know if you can kind of realize the kind of work I've put into this, guys. I'm not even sure you'll really realize it either. I mean, for example, say you were running from somebody down here, you could go down this route here. Swim through the water and end up in the central water area. It's kind of like you've got two choices. You can fight on the top, where there's like holes you could fall down to escape really easily, or you could fight on the bottom, where it feels kind of enclosed and a bit maze-like. You know what I mean? There's possibly windows you can pearl to, or not. But the perspective is so different, I think, because when you start getting to this section here, and there's just all these pillars, that's because if you're coming from it from this side, you can't really tell what this is, and, well, there's HC and wood plank, but what you can't really tell is right here, and another staircase right back up. You know, I want to make it so that it's very, very workaroundable, I guess. So you can really choose where you want to knock people to, or where you want to fight, really. And there's still big, wide open areas, too. I've kind of got this little convention, right? People like flat areas to fight on, but they also don't because it's not interesting. So what I've done here is I've mixed up the half slab and regular stone usage. So that way, it's technically flat, but at the same time, it's not. So there's a lot more variety going on, I would say. Also, some of my philosophy with arena design, I guess, just has to be, I think what people like to do most of all is run through tunnels and jump through different holes and escape and that sort of thing. Have the chance to knock somebody into cactus for extra damage, that sort of thing, guys. So that's why I've designed it this way. I also kind of get the feel of, if you've ever played Super Smash Bros. Brawl and the level editor, what levels have always ended up being, I mean, when I built them, it would be like, you could add so many different things to them, but then they wouldn't be a good level. But then, when you've just got a small level with, like, only a few platforms or a few different elements, but it's really simple, those are the best ones to fight on, because you're not distracted by too much crazy stuff going on. So that's why I've left open, like, maybe this whole field right here, you know? Maybe, you know, the temple itself doesn't need lava or water flowing in it, it's perfect the way it is. It kind of designed itself, honestly, once I had the middle pattern in. And you know what? This is just my favorite area in the whole PvP arena, to be honest, because of how it's designed. So if lots of people end up going there overall, because it's kind of the center of the arena too, I will be really happy about that. And you can actually climb up this sand too, if you are very careful. I also tried to take into account people who like parkour, like you could jump on these, those things or that thing, or, well, I'm not good at parkour myself, so I don't really, there we go, yes, I finally got through the cactus. That's a good way to do that there. I'm not good at it myself, so I keep picturing, like, ender pearls can be used in PvP very effectively in this area, because if you, like, let's see if I can do it right now. Ender pearl. If I throw one here, like that tower, I know you can't get, oh, wow, okay, it's kind of difficult, maybe, to get on. I'll throw it there. Where do we go? Where does it put me? I overshot the tower and ended up on the ground. Wow, I am way away now. Okay, let's try it again. I just want to land on that tower. And I'm pretty much back at the beginning. Oh, I didn't even realize you could use a pearl to jump onto this thing. That's pretty hilarious. But I hope you guys like it when it's ready. I don't know, I think we'll probably have lift signs or something to get to Killer's Half Islands. Is that going to land where I want it to land? No, it didn't. Oh, well, in that case, oh, and yeah, more tunnels there, more tunnels everywhere. I'll just pearl everywhere, really. It's going to kill me anyway. In that case, guys, I really hope that you guys enjoy the 1.3 PvP world once it's pretty much complete, but, you know, I never really know when it's done. So, thanks for watching this preview, and I will see you all next time.